Hey Taurus, what's going on? It's your girl D here with 8th house energy, wrapped up in my blanket, ready to give you guys another November 2020 read. I hope all is well with the Taurus Massive, the Bull Gang. I appreciate all the love and support you show to the channel by checking out the videos. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, that way you'll know when I post for all of your placements. Remember, you are not just one sign. All right, so if this doesn't resonate, it's okay. I post every week. Just check out the next video. But in the meantime, check out your other placements for this week's video just in case, okay? What we're dealing with right now is the lingering energies, and we'll be dealing with this probably till the end of the year, of the triple super moons that we just came out of. We had the new moon in Libra, which occurred during Libra season. We had the full moon. We had two full moons in the sign of Scorpio. So we had the Aries full moon. And then last week we had the Taurus full moon. Now all three of these were super moons. All right, so 3 super moons in a row. It's like a trilogy. Major energy. The kickoff was the Libra New Moon, and that moon consisted of ending karmic connections. Now, karmic connections can be with anybody. It could be your mother. It could be your child. It could be your business partner. It could be your friend. It could be your landlord. It could be anybody who you've dealt with for a period of time. Doesn't matter how long, but the goal for that connection is for you to learn lessons about yourself. Once the lessons are learned, that connection will fall apart or will change permanently. Most times it just falls apart and you lose contact with the people. But sometimes the dynamics of the relationship change where there's no more of a, one-sided type of thing. And so we're lingering in the final energies of the triple super moon energy. Next Saturday, or this coming Saturday, is going to be the full moon the new moon in Scorpio. So we'll talk about that too. I'll put something in the comments about it. But if you really want to understand the power of the Libra new moon that we just experienced in Libra season, you want to go to the community tab and scroll down to where it talks about the new moon in Libra. There's an article in the comments that I wrote. And it's a really short article, not long for you to read, but it talks about how, planetary wide with the planetary alignments that were going on in the new super moon. In Libra, it was the ending of karmic connections. So 2019, 2020, people were ending karmic connections. Okay, so we're just taking a look, and I call this video the Aftermath series. So it's basically, after everything is gone down, what's going on with you guys, what you're experiencing. So let's see. I'm using the After Tarot because I thought that would be fitting for this video series. Okay, now this particular deck I'm going to read upright. I'm going to do a second spread for you, and I will read the deck in reverse. There will be an extended as well. So make sure, guys, click the like button, the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way you'll know when I post for your placements that you like to watch for. All right, so we need just one more for this spread here. This is going to be for Taurus. Doesn't matter where it's at in your chart because we all have more than one sign. So wherever Taurus relates for you. Okay. So underneath the deck, Taurus, we have the 7 of Wands. Let me show it to you here. The 7 of Wands. Now, I feel like this is aftermath of... After you see, Taurus, you guys have Uranus in your first house as well. Uranus is a planet of forward movement. It leaves things behind. It doesn't focus on the past. It decides what it wants to do for itself. It's all about individuality, uniqueness. It's all about the inner genius in you. It's all about the leader in you, the humanitarian in you. And it's definitely all about your dreams, your hopes, what you want for the future, and more importantly, forward movement. It also deals with the internet, and it also deals with technology. So because you guys rule the house of money and how you make money, a lot of you are looking to make money online. You've decided to move forward with that, especially with things that are going on with COVID. A lot of people now are making money online. So that may be affecting a lot of you, but not only is it affecting your money, it's affecting your self-value, your self-worth, because your house deals with the self-value and the self-worth. It deals with what you find value in sentimentally and financially, okay? And so for a lot of you, you're defending yourself against the choices that you're making. Uranus is in your first house in retrograde. So you're looking at the things that you've done as far as your individuality and who you are and how you represent yourself. And see, people have seen you for such a certain way for so long. When you decided to make changes that were better for you, people had problems with it. So now here you are defending yourself against the accusations, or, because people have a problem with you doing what's best for you. Okay. A lot of these people are people you have karmic connections with that are not going to go with you in the journey to your personal ascension to where, you need to be. So as a result, you're fighting these people off. So we have the 8 of Swords energy here. We have the 3 of Cups energy. The 8 of Swords is Gemini energy. The 3 of Cups is Cancer. The Queen of Wands is Aries. The Magician, major arcana here, okay, is Mercury. We have the 9 of Wands, which is Sagittarius. And we have the 10 of Cups, which is Pisces. So what I'm seeing here is, for a lot of you, for whatever reason, you were in situations, scenarios, relationships, work environments where you knew something wasn't right, but you tried to ignore it. It could have been because it looks good, or because you were comfortable, complacent, didn't want to do much change. It would have taken a lot of change for you to, take care of what you felt, your intuitive nudges were telling you. For a lot of times, for a lot of the situations that were going on, you ignored those intuitive nudges. For a lot of you, you were stagnant in a situation that you could have come out of, but you chose not to. But when Uranus went into your first house and it went retrograde, you started thinking about these things. You're like, wait a minute. I'm not stuck in this dead-end job. I'm not stuck in this communication with these so-called friends that don't have any purpose. They don't have any plans. They don't have any growth. I'm not stuck in a relationship that I'm not happy with. I'm able to manifest whatever it is I want to make the changes in my life. And so that's what this major arcana is. Major arcana is major change in your life, where your life is not going to be the same after you make this change. So each of these swords could have been a connection or a relationship or a job that you've gone through, in the past. It could have been the last 10 years, 5 years, where you're just like, you know what, I stayed complacent and comfortable, but no more, because this is not for me. What I'm also feeling is that there's celebration here. Okay. You could be, as a result of you making these changes, you're able to manifest the things that you want. You have all the tools you need to manifest the lifestyle you want. And for a lot of you, you may have done that, okay, with the 3 of Cups. So you're here celebrating the fact that positive change has come into your life, right? But for some reason, you're it's after you put in so much work, time, and effort here, all right? So I feel like this manifestation took a lot of time, energy, and work. And you're finally celebrating the fact that, no matter how hard the fight was, no matter how difficult it was, no matter who was coming around trying to tell you, what you should do and what you shouldn't do because they were used to the old you and how you did things, you persevered. You stood your ground with people and you persevered. Now, some of you, just imagine that these are all friends, but look at them now. Friends or family members that you had around you. But since you made a change, now look who's around you. All right? You only have a few people that you can celebrate with, who are actually going to stand by your side while you go through these changes. So for some of you, that could be a friend. For others of you, that could be a family member. It could be a lover, okay? But you have at least one person in your corner who's like, you know what? Do what you feel you need to do. Do what's best for you, and we're going to celebrate. You fought hard and long for this change, and now it's here. This person has been with you while you've been going through these ups and downs, these trials and tribulations. They saw you going through all of this. And so they're happy for you that you've come out of this, because what you did was you stood up and you took control with the Queen of Wands. You took control of the situation. All right. And as a result of you taking control, you feel good about yourself, because remember, Uranus is in retrograde in your first house. Your first house is all about self-worth, self-value. So now you're at a point where you're happy emotionally. Okay? And so a lot of people may have a problem with that. Okay? They may have a problem with that. But I feel like you don't give a damn. I feel like you don't give a damn. You've been through this before with these people, you know. You've been over this time and time again in your head. Okay? And for a lot of you, it's just like, you know what? It's time now. It's time. So, with that being said, let's see what else we got going on for you guys. Yeah, so some of you have come out of long-term marriages. Some of you have come out of friendships that were no good, that you've outgrown. Some of you had family members who were very influential in your life, and you decided to stop listening to them and to start thinking about what it is that you wanted. Some of you were in connections and you were complacent for a very long time. You know, that fixed energy. You get comfortable in the situation and that's that. You're there, right? But it wasn't making you happy. So eventually you had to get to the point where it was like, okay, I need to make this change. Things are not going to change unless I do it. And so I feel like that's what a lot of you did. And now you're just, you know, you're dealing with naysayers. And that's a lot of us, because all of us are going through that in some way, shape, or form, changing our lives for the best. And there are going to be people around who are not going to like it. But I feel like you have a lot of people around you who don't like it, because there are a lot of people who had too much say in your life, in the major choices. And so I felt like what it was is you felt comfortable confiding in these people, so you confided in them. So as a result, that made them feel as if they could, you know, always just give their opinion, whether it was something you wanted to hear or not. And a lot of times it was opinions that weren't conducive to, you know, you in your best light, you being in your best light. All right, because people felt like they can control you because you valued their opinion. And so now they're trying to shut that down. Like, wait a minute, how are you gonna do this? How are you doing that? Like, wait a minute, this is my decision. For me, I don't have to approve anything to you or share anything with you about it. I do what I feel is best for me, and that's that. So we have the Sun card in reverse, major arcana energy here. Let's see. So this is ego, okay? So some of you, either you got too much ego going on, okay? Maybe you were acting out of ego, okay? Or somebody around you was. But let's see what this is about, because the Sun in reverse could mean a couple different things. So let's take a look at these cards. So we have the Eight of Swords. This time it's in reverse. So we're dealing with heavy Gemini energy. So with the Gemini energy, because we had that in the last spread, we had the Magician and the Eight of Swords upright. We just came out of Scorpio. Mercury right now is in Libra. So it's in the house of partnerships. Okay, so a lot of your partnerships, a lot of your connections with people are changing because you're changing. All right. And so it's because your mind is changing. Your thought process is changing. Okay. Uranus is the father. Is Uranus the father of Mercury? No, it's not. Uranus is not the. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Uranus is the father of Mercury, if I'm not mistaken. Mercury is how you process information, how you look at what's going on with you and what you think about it and how you see it and things like that. So you guys were going through that mentally. Okay, we have the Two of Cups energy here, so more Cancer energy. We have the Three of Cups in the last spread. We have the Six of Wands, Leo energy. Okay, we have the Hangman in reverse. Okay, major arcana energy, Neptune energy. Neptune is in retrograde right now. Okay, we'll talk about that. We have the Five of Pentacles energy here, which is your energy, Taurus. And then we have the Ten of Cups, which is Piscean energy. Now remember, in the last spread, we had the Nine of Cups. So, let's see. Let's talk about this. Okay, so with the Eight of Swords reverse here, I feel like, you know, in the beginning when we did the first spread, you had the Eight of Swords and then you had the Magician. So it's like you realized that change needed to happen, but you probably were like, okay, do I really have to do this? But then it started getting to the point where it was irritating. So you had to make some changes. So you took yourself out of that self-imposed prison because you knew that you could manifest whatever you want. So you took yourself out of that because you got clarity. These two cards here, the Hangman in reverse and the Eight of Swords reverse, this talks about being able to see things for what they are. Some of you saw that a lot of people that you were dealing with were traitors. Okay, again, you may have confided with too many people or the wrong people. All right, and they got to the point where you were listening to what their advice was because maybe you felt like that's what you should do. And you realize that a lot of them were trying to they were trying to sabotage you. They were trying to control you, okay, and keep you where they wanted you. All right, is what I'm feeling here. For a lot of you, you were in your ego with the Sun card in reverse. All right, a lot of you, you didn't want to change. You were being stubborn, but you realized that you had to. So with this Hangman in reverse, I feel like you snapped out of it. Okay, like I said, Neptune is in retrograde right now. It's in the house of Pisces. So a lot of you are realizing, because Pisces deals with karma. So with that new moon in Libra, like we talked about, Mercury's currently there as well. Okay, so your partnerships, you're looking at your partnerships, you're looking at these connections, and you're like, wait a minute. This person is not really a friend to me. This person is. This person is detrimental to my well-being. This person isn't. So this is you looking at things with the rose-colored glasses taken off. When Neptune's in retrograde, the rose-colored glasses come off. You see things for what they are because Neptune is a planet of illusions. It's a planet of glamorizing things, like making it more than what it is or downplaying something that should be looked at, with more energy, so to speak. So it's just like, oh, someone stabs you with a knife. It's, oh, no, it's just a little cut. That's downplaying it. No, you're bleeding all over the place. You need stitches. So that's an example of downplaying. So, there could have been in relationships that you were involved in or the way people treated you, and you may have downplayed it. Oh, it's okay. It's all right. And it kept happening and happening and happening. And at that point, you had to say, you know what? I have to do something about this because I'm just, being taken advantage of. We have the Two of Cups energy here and the Five of Pentacles. So for a lot of you, this was about your relationship that you were in, okay? A lot of you ended up leaving a relationship, but a lot of you were only in this relationship for financial security. There was no love there, all right? Or a lot of you connected with people just for financial security, okay? And so that could have been where you opened up your eyes and were like, you know what? Even though we have all the money we need and this looks good, this connection, it's really not making me happy. And it's to the point where I have to make change. I see how this person is. I see how we are. I realize that we need to end things, okay? So it could have been all beautiful at first with the Sun card, financial success. Like, this is a good-looking couple. So that could have been what you guys were looking at and how you were seen by others and you were in love with that. But the reality is that it was all about ego. You were dealing with this person for the way they made you look. You were dealing for this person maybe because of how they looked or because of the money they had, status. Right? Speaking of which, we have the Six of Wands. So it's like everybody looked at you guys like, ooh, or maybe it was the group of people you hung around or the group of business partners that you worked with or, the colleagues you worked with. And so it was like the it crowd, the in crowd. But you realized that there was just a bunch of traitors amongst them. They were very insecure. They weren't happy and they were trying to control you. Right? So once you got out of those situations, it's like success. You're happy. With the Ten of Cups and the Six of Wands, like you realize now how happy you are leaving these connections behind. Some of you may have even met someone and you left this person that you were with that you weren't happy with, someone you may have been married to, for someone that you truly want to be with, okay? Because the person you were married to in a long-term commitment with was a karmic partner. Many people do marry their karmic partners whether they realize it or not. So we're going to go to the extended and get some clarity on this, but let's take a look at what's going on here first. So we have the Sun card in reverse. We have the Seven of Cups reverse. We have the Knight of Wands reverse. The Death energy, Major Arcana of Scorpio, and the Six of Swords, which is Aquarius. So I feel like, you're realizing that this relationship here has come to an end with the Seven of Cups in reverse and the Sun card. It wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. It looked very good on the outside. People looking at you guys like, wow, they're the it crowd. Or, they're the it couple or they're the it people to hang out with. But in reality, there was so much smoke and mirrors going on here. And I feel like you just got to the point where you got really frustrated with the situation and you just stepped away. All right? Because you changed. Something in you changed. Okay? With the Knight of Wands in reverse and the Death energy here, I feel like you just had your limit. Like, you know, you guys are a very patient sign, but once you reach your limit, it's a wrap. There also could have been a lot of cheating going on. You weren't happy in the connection, so a lot of you were stepping outside of your connection, which is why I think a lot of you met your divine masculine, your divine feminine, or your other soulmate. And so as a result of that, you know, you stepping out, your whole mind and mentality changed towards the partner you were with the death energy. So it was just a matter of time before you would walk away from that connection with the Six of Swords. So what we're going to do, Taurus, is go into the extended, get a little bit of clarity on all of these cards here, and then get you some advice. So if this resonated, make sure you guys click the like button. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. The link to the extended is in the box below the video, so hopefully I'll see you there. If not, I will see you guys in the next reading. Peace out, Taurus.